Go to sleep, bitch! Wow, you still alive? How many times I gotta say close your eyes? Well, go to sleep, bitch! Die, motherfucker, die! Bye, motherfucker, bye! Go to sleep, bitch! Wow, you still alive? Why? Die, motherfucker, go to sleep, bitch!
Alright, what's going on? As I promised, I'm going to show the last quest in the Skyrim main story. So as you can see, we start off flying on this dragon that you've tamed and caught, and there's spoilers in there anyway, but yeah. Fly off to Sovngarde, or the entrance to Sovngarde, and immediately get attacked. You know, I had to skip through some shit, there's fire, whatnot. But basically, like, the first 20 minutes of this quest is just fighting off what seems to be endless hordes of Draugr Deathlords and dragons. And there were actually only 2 dragons, but there were about like 30-some Draugr Deathlords. So you definitely need some good armor, because as you can see here, like, I am just fighting so many enemies at once, you know. Got these Draugrs are summoning shit, and then they're running at me, and then there's a dragon flying around, and it's a huge fiasco. So you really need some high rank armor, you know. I'm using actually the Daedric armor, that's right, which is apparently the best armor in the game. So that would, and it's upgraded as almost as far as I can get. I think I upgraded it once more at the end of this quest, actually, a little bit after, but it's pretty high. And I've got ebony weapons, but I think the light armor, I don't know what the top is. Maybe it's glass or something. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, besides dragon or whatnot. So anyway, get your armor skill up there. You can see I'm going to use Dragon Run pretty soon here to make him land. But really, there's not much going on. It's just me fighting my way up to this temple. And in the temple, you go through, it's like one of the caverns, the dungeons, whatever you go through, and it's like a few puzzles in there, and just lots of, you know, minuscule enemies, mainly actually the Draugr Deathlords, of course. So I'm actually not going to show that because of time constraints. I wish I could show everything, but I've only got 15 minutes. I don't want to render this shit twice for 2 videos. That's all you care about is the end anyway, so I'm going to skip right from after this fight to when I come out of the dungeon area and I start going to actual Sovngarde. So I lost track of the dragon, flipping shit, I'm like, oh my god, this is ridiculous, this is not what I signed up for, get too old for this shit, and all other kinds of, you know, catchphrases and whatnot. But I immediately killed this dragon, and then turned the corner and another one started attacking me. So if you don't like dragons, level up, because if you go too far, you probably might have ended fighting 2 at once. But I waxed this dragon's ass, and now we're going to skip right to the end of the dungeon, and I come out here, and there's more Draugr Deathlords, so if you're having trouble with them, then you better rethink if you really want to go this far or not. And I just got a new shout in the dungeon, which you're going to see me use here, and it's pretty sweet. It's the storm one, and I still only have the first part of the shout. I need to look up where to get the other ones, because it's pretty cool, even though it does hurt your allies. You're going to see here that it actually causes like a storm and lightning to come down and strike your enemies, which is awesome. And it's definitely helpful, but like I said, it hurts allies too, so you gotta watch out when you use it. And you're gonna see just in a few minutes that I fight the boss, and he's like most of the way dead, which I'm thinking is the cause of the storm shout. Like, the storm shout probably hurt him when I wasn't even around, which is sweet because it means it's got a pretty damn big area. And one shout I still have yet to test out, even to this day, you know, because this video is, you know, like 3.5 weeks old, 3 weeks old, something like that, or 2 or something, is the Call Dragon shout. And that's, you call the dragon at the beginning of this video. I forget his name, it's like Odovin or something, but that's pretty cool, I think. I haven't tried it. I'm hoping he just eats everyone but me. That'd be awesome. But, so yeah, basically, you need good armor, good weapons. I recommend being able to heal, or having a shit ton of potions to get through all of this, because there are a lot of Deathlords, and it's just a lot of, you know, endless fighting and whatnot. There's not really that many good treasures or anything. A few puzzles, so nothing difficult though. This isn't God of War or any ridiculous puzzle game. You know, it's just turn the stone tablets, whatever. So you can see here is a fucking huge light thing going on, and then this guy comes up and I'm like, what the fuck? I have no idea. Like, second, like, do I attack him? What? And then it's like, I'll attack him. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. He turns around and he gets pissed, like really pissed. But you realize that if anyone summons something, you don't have to deal with the summon thing. You can just kill the summoner if they're close and the summon thing dies. So I just decided to do that. I'm over there, and meanwhile I'm getting the shit beat out of me. I have no idea who this is, and I later find out that it's one of the 9 dragon priests. Actually, later being like right here, because you get these masks, and right now I have 3 of these masks in the game, and you get 8 of them, and you can go to the labyrinth and labyrinthian to get the 9th one, and I guess they're all pretty badass. As you can see, it's pretty strong. So I'm not gonna give those things away. You can look them up online where they're at, but it's pretty cool. So I take his shit and I figure out what's going on. I'm like, oh, that's awesome, blah blah blah. And now we're going to heal and head off to Sovngarde to finish up this quest. And like I said, this in the last video at least, which if you haven't checked out, you should. This main quest storyline is so short. It really is. But I mean, you need to grind a little bit to be able to be prepared for it, especially at the end here, because it gets a little tough. And side note, you can't keep the staff. Kind of a bummer. You might be able to come back to it, I don't know. But in order to jump into this, death trap, the fuck would do that? Yeah, you have to leave it there. So anyway, whoa, jumping forward, you're gonna appear in Sovngarde, and you're gonna find this guy. Now, this guy you need for the quest. You had to talk to him, figure out what's going on, and yeah, sorry, I had to cut stuff out of this video to account for time and whatnot. So that's why we're going through here. The place is covered in fog. Talking to this random bloke in this mess garden. I'm like, alright, so figure out what I gotta do. Who are you? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, what the? Oh, Aldwin. Oh Jesus! Oh, the fuck! God, I didn't even figure out where it's supposed to go. That was retarded. Yeah, he takes him up and then blah blah, and that's where my game froze. Because you needed him to figure out what you're supposed to do next. So the quest was over, which is bad. So I decided to try it again, and found him again, and yeah, that works out. I was like, okay, maybe Alden won't eat him this time. What? Because that's not what we want. That is the opposite of good. So I'm gonna talk to him, blah blah blah, and this cloud thing. And the first thing I tried is the clear skies. Doesn't work here really. It's supposed to be like that. So meanwhile, I'm freaking out. I'm like, all right, if this shit freezes on me again, I'll be pissed, because that's, like I said in my last video, one of the issues is the frame rate picks up still, and freezing actually starts to happen even after the patch, which is kind of rough. Hopefully they're gonna come up with another patch again, but I don't know. So talking to this guy, found out who he is. He's just a nobody basically. I don't know if you can really hear it. I'm not gonna cut out the volume for it. But he's just like, oh, you need to leave here, it's not safe, blah 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 blah, whatever. And eventually I'm gonna come across, follow this pathway to like this temple, and that's where I'm supposed to go. You'll see it in a few minutes here, or maybe less than that. But hold on. Man, I forgot how long this was. Oh yeah, so this is pressing forth. It's like, oh, okay, awesome, great. And so far so good, because Alden's not, gonna eat this guy, and he's not gonna eat me, because I thought, I should fight him. Why not, right? This is the end of the game. I don't know what's going on. Smog everywhere. Can't see a goddamn thing. And I'm like, finally figure out what to do. Here we go, and I need to follow this guy, right? So, alright, stop listening to him. Get the shit on the road. Some bad thing about this game is you really, I'm afraid I'm going to miss something all the time. So I try to listen to what everyone says, and then eventually, halfway through the conversation, I just get fed up with it, and I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'll stop. And then I miss something important, like, oh, you should go over here, there's treasure. Oh, no, it's just, fuck you, I'll see you later. So anyway, following this guy, and I want to keep up with him just because I know that, something was going to happen. Something's going to happen. Sue's going to get rocked again. And I want to be this here. And sure enough, whoo, there's Aldwin. Oh, and he's pissed. And he's like, oh, you shouldn't have told him. And the guy's like, oh, I'm a pussy. Oh, no. And I'm like, oh, okay. It doesn't look like he's going to come down and swoop him up, though. And then all of a sudden, wham! Oh, just takes him out. Shit's hilarious. Scared the fuck out of me the first time, but this time it was just funny. And look at this guy, though. Really. That is beautiful. The whole, world's going to end, sky feel, whatnot. Sweet. So eventually you walk up to this guy, and he's like, oh, you need to gain entrance to this place if you're pure. And I don't know, I didn't really listen to him, to be honest. I just saw his pecs and was like, I'm gonna have to fight you, aren't I? I guess. He's big, whatnot. But the main thing is, in this temple there are these ancient Nords, and early in the game, spoiler alert, these ancient Nords are the ones that defeated Alduin and sealed him with the Elder Scroll. So you're supposed to go in there and meet up with them to figure out how to beat Alduin and fight him with them. So first thing you gotta do, gain entrance to the temple here. So gonna get this shit over with, and as it turns out, yep, gonna have to fight him. So I don't know why that matters. Like, apparently in the world of the undead, so you have to try and kill each other to get in. It's a pretty badass bouncer. I don't know. I wouldn't go to a club like that if it was something like that. But, so let's get over with this. And so much talking in this game. You know, sometimes I wish you could just be like, skip conversation and only pick a point to the important stuff. But, so this guy's pretty easy. He goes down hella quick. I mean, he hits kind of hard, but like you don't have to finish him off. So that's what that is. And then he's like, alright, you can go in, blah blah. And basically, across this bridge, and there's like a huge ass like party going on. I imagine this is what heaven is like. You know, it's like a nice fancy banquet and everything, and everyone's eating like never-ending pig and whatnot. And there's like cinnamon rolls the size of like elephants. That would be sweet. So I talked to this guy, and he's like, oh, you need to look for these blokes and whatnot. I'm like, okay, whatever. And the whole time I'm in here, there's this music playing, and I can't hear a goddamn thing anyone is saying. Like, it's so difficult, and that's happened a lot in the game, is they have this music playing on in the background, and you can't hear a fucking thing anyone's saying. You don't know what the fuck to do. You're saying, dude, the hokey pokey, this place is gonna burn down, and you're standing like an idiot. Well, the place is gonna burn down then. And, I think they cut it out, but apparently that's just one of the issues with this game. I don't know why, but it happens quite a bit, really. And so that's why normally you go up there and talk to these guys, but it doesn't matter because you can't hear them anyway. So I skipped ahead, and we're gonna go out there and whoop some dragon ass, theoretically. But this dude's old. This dude doesn't have a brain, and she sounds like a man. So I don't really know what's going on there. So I'll skip ahead, and these are all like ancient Nord Dragonborns who know how to shout. So we gotta shout this fog away a few times. First time I thought it was glitched. No, it just takes 3 times. And then there's Alduin. And so yeah. I'm gonna cut out now. Let this fight press on. I'll come in at the end. And yeah. Enjoy.
Endless wait back. Albert, you'll take this time, foul worm. Skyrim, restore! Let's summon God's freedom!
Alright, so as you can see, he was pretty easy. Just missed him a few times with the Dragon Rend, but you have this really epic death scene, and it's pretty cool, and it says you can search Alduin, but you can't, because I went back and I tried it, and you can't search him, there's nothing you found. It really pissed me off, so don't worry about it. But you see this kind of look at the end here. So that's really cool. It's the end of the game. There's really no conclusion to it. It's like, oh, you killed him. Good job. That's exciting. And then you just go on with all your other business. Everyone's like, oh, rumors spread fast. I heard you killed that dude. And I was like, yup. You gonna give me something for it? No. So, anyway, that's it. There's the Dragonslayer trophy for beating the game. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, rate, comment. Check out my channel. Thanks.